DeadChat.
Are we really going to start off that way?
I'm tempted to leave that in.
And then just have the musical intro go, and then we actually do the introduction.
The editing just does itself. It's fantastic.
Yeah. We're so good at this.
Greetings, I'm Agentwright.
I'm the Abbott 555.
I am Emperor Scorpius.
And this is episode 2 of the DeadChat. God, I keep on forgetting to take off the headphones because of echo.
Yeah, that would be
Echo.
annoying.
Well, I have to make sure I monitor, make sure there's no audio hiccups or whatnot.
Yeah, I really wish I could hiccup right now. Just to screw with you. Good job.
It actually kind of hurt my throat.
Fantastic.
So, what is on the docket today? Yes, docket. That's a word. I'm going to use it.
Okay. Stuff.
Videos will be eventually uploaded soon after Agentwright finish editing stuff.
We're doing Minecraft stuff. Yay, Minecraft.
Did we even do that much?
Eh?
Well, I did. I dug a hole.
I watched you two blow up.
That's true. Yeah, that was fun. It was on purpose, kind of.
You have to fuck the first. You probably got 2 episodes out of that.
But the funny part is I planted TNT somewhere else. Good luck finding it.
Jesus Christ.
I bet you it's at my furnace cake.
I bet
Oh,
you it's
yeah.
in the furnace cake.
I forgot that there are what are those things called now? The redstone observer blocks. I can hook up redstone to a furnace now. Where if you start smelting something, then it blows up.
Yep.
That's a thing. Observer blocks make everything a trigger.
Shenanigans.
So, what's the game rule for TNT not to explode?
I don't think there's a rule for that. There's a rule for mob griefing. I mean, I can look up if there's...
I'm not a mob.
You will be. You will be. There might be a game rule for it.
Oh yeah, it's in like the natural.
That
It's
seems
in the
kinda
rule
dumb
set for.
Because of naturally occurring TNT.
I mean, naturally occurring.
That's where I got the TNT. I got it from a desert temple. Naturally occurring. It spawns in the world.
Yeah, but it wasn't naturally placed though.
Yeah, it was. If it spawns in world, then it's considered natural. Technically, you can mine TNT as a way of gaining it. Because it naturally occurs.
Translation: our house probably might blow up within the next few days.
Might. What is this might?
Why are you such a massive troll?
It's funny.
It's not funny.
Just wait until I go online and I get a potion of invisibility.
Yeah.
The only downside with that is that there's only 3 of us, so you'll know I'm there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're on a server with like 14 people online and you go invisible, nobody has a fucking clue what's happening. It's hilarious. Don't hurt them, just fuck with them. Like, if they place down a block, immediately mine it. Or if they're running, just place a block right in front of them.
I could just
It's
see
a
it like
little
someone like building a wall, you know, and you would just go behind them and mine the wall.
You're like, done. What the fuck?
Basically, you have to do things that mimic lag. Like, break a block they just put down. That's a pain in the ass. On this server, I'm thinking of doing this one trolling thing that Rooster. I think it was a Things to Do, like an early Things to Do from Rooster Teeth, where basically you make it look like a chunk is unloaded. You dig out a 16 by 16 pit all the way down the, and you build a tree, but you shave off the leaves that would grow directly over the chunk, so it looks like the chunk is simply unloaded.
Yeah.
You keep running, and instead of running into the loaded chunk, you just fall to your death.
The aggravation would be very real.
It would be really annoying.
You would have to do it while no one else is online, which is pretty rare on this server.
Not really. I could have done that.
You almost did, because when I first saw
Did you not see
it didn't
the
occur to
safety
me.
railing?
No, I took it down.
I kind of had that for two reasons. Not only because of you guys, but for myself. See, I don't trust
there's a
myself
sense
when it
of
comes
adventure.
to... Yeah, I love falling down a very long pit.
Don't worry, we switched some of the game rules. So it's okay. That's why I kept the... Oh, you were offline for that.
Yeah.
I teleported myself to the top height and kept killing myself. Steve freaked out and thought I was teleporting
Yeah,
him.
I saw the thing and I was like, he's going to teleport me and that's going to be really annoying.
No, because I did it simply because we turned off the death mob blocks thing. My words are lost.
One of those was a word that you could have used.
Death?
Yeah. We turned on keep inventory.
Yeah.
Just to make our lives just a hint a bit easier.
Yeah.
I did not... Oh my god, I cannot speak today.
No, you cannot.
I did
You are
not
flubbing
know,
all over the place.
I did not know that was even a feature.
That was on the... It was in the Xbox 360... No, Xbox One version.
I don't
For the console
play
version.
Xbox.
They did it on Rooster Teeth.
Oh.
Or Achievement Hunter.
Yeah, but not on PC.
Yeah.
They've never done that on PC.
If it's going to be on console, obviously it's going to be on
Don't
PC.
contradict me. You have to be on my side.
They did it in the episode Flower Picking, which was on PC.
Which I did not watch. So that might explain.
Don't use the liberal defense. I did not watch, therefore it does not exist or not true. Fake news. Fake news.
Now, on to politics.
So when did they add that command?
Actually, I have nothing for politics this week. Thank God.
I mean, oh.
What? We're supposed to do? Talk about the sabotage bill?
Sabotage. Republicans voted it down.
I don't know. I know they added it like super early.
Like a day ago. That's
No.
why I didn't remember it.
No, like years ago, when Mojang, like when Notch was still there.
When he owned the
It
company.
was like last year.
Christ.
I saw Steve like try to say something, but then he said, "You know what? I'm not gonna feed him." The look on his face is like, "You know what? The only winning move is just not to play."
No, Steve looked over this way, saw an empty chair. I've been ejected. I'm like, fuck this.
2012.
Fancy.
So like 5 years
A
ago.
couple years ago.
Christ, that was a long time ago. It was what, 2 billion?
Approximately.
Christ.
Quite possibly earlier than that.
Nah.
I just had to use some Google foo.
Google Foo. Man, that's a dangerous art. You gotta be careful with that.
Yes.
That was pretty synchronized.
We know how to synchronize. No, we really don't.
Trying to figure out.
So Logan sucked.
Okay.
Stop making
Both-
trouble.
I'm not
Emperor
trolling.
Scorpius.
It was.
Christ.
And we saw that movie probably at different times.
Well,
They've seen it. I haven't.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remain silent on this discussion.
Well,
Okay.
Well, spoiler, it kind of sucked.
I did not expect that much from that movie. Because X-Men Origins Wolverine was bad.
Yeah.
Japanese Wolverine movie
It was okay.
was still kind of bad.
Yeah.
So
Ending was bad. The rest of it was pretty good.
Coming into this one, I was like, it's probably gonna be bad. And because of that, it was better than I expected. But not by much.
I mean, I thought it was an excellent film. It's great story. Everything just makes sense. I think it sucks simply because it was the most depressing film I've ever watched this year.
That sounded like a literal review from Rotten Tomatoes.
What?
Hey, that sounds like a literal review from Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. Like this. The only major issue, other than the fact that it's super depressing, the only issue I had with it was that I think Professor X swore a bit too much. It felt out of character.
I had an issue with it, but I'm not gonna. I don't know how to bring this up.
Okay.
Ooh?
In the first X-Men movie, remember when Jean Grey was talking to, I believe, Congress or the Senate or some other committee?
I thought that was Storm that was talking.
No, it was Jean Grey.
Oh, okay.
She was talking, and Magneto came in and was watching her talk. Because Jean Grey is the scientist.
Right.
She was saying how most mutations happen at puberty.
Right.
Those kids were too young in Logan.
Genetically enhanced.
That's the only thing I could assume.
I'm pretty sure they even said that. I think.
Possibly.
But if they didn't, that is most definitely the answer. Because they weren't real kids.
That's true.
They were fake kids.
They were grown in a petri dish.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. So, spoilers. By the way, there's spoilers in this.
Yeah. If we're talking about anything, assume spoilers.
I'm very tempted to just put Forza gameplay right there. Just looking at a spoiler the entire
Puns.
Yeah.
I've grown numb to puns, so I'm kind of used to this shit by now.
Why don't make your own spoiler image with like a picture of a spoiler, but it says like spoilers on there.
Or like
film
create
spoilers.
like a fake. You know how in NASCAR all the cars have like companies posted on them?
Yeah.
Make a fake banner for a spoiler company. Spoilers are us.
Make a spoiler NASCAR.
TM.
Well, stock cars don't really have spoilers. Do they just have that? That
V8 does.
Oh.
They also have on I believe NASCAR they have like a top spoiler.
Oh my god, we're talking about sports.
Don't they? That comes
No, that's
up.
the wind flap to prevent the cars from...
wind flap, which is kind of like a spoiler.
Oh, no. Spoiler brings on...
Physics-wise.
Physics-wise, actually, no. I actually have you on this one. Ha! Racing knowledge, for once. Was based on the type of spoiler you're talking about. Certain spoilers have to give the effect of downforce. Has to bring downforce into a vehicle. For example, you see it a lot in Indy, Formula One. Rarely in GT, not in... Well, actually, no. It depends on what type of prototype. I can go on forever.
Hey, GT.
Rockstar, you used to be a nice company, but then you got greedy. So greedy. Like, when you need to buy DLC that costs like 4 times as much as the game itself was.
A roof flap is an aerodynamic feature on race cars, mainly stock cars, which functions as an emergency spoiler. According to Wikipedia.
Damn you and your Google foo.
I told you it was technically a type of spoiler.
Chris, it's Wikipedia. Just go edit it.
Delete everything. This does not exist.
Roof flap.
Delete the entire page. Reason? It competes with my belief system.
No, they're not going full. That's going full SJW. Nobody wants to go full.
More like SCW, stock car.
Yeah.
SCJW, stock car justice warrior. I got there eventually.
No, because then you're really gonna fuck with SJWs. You know, like, no, I recognize this.
I sexually identify as a stock car.
Yes, thank you.
Don't touch my roof flaps. I don't know where we're going in this conversation.
It's like a beautiful car wreck. You just gotta just watch it all happen.
Yeah.
We'll figure out who to blame later and where to clean up this mess later.
Yep.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry, I just pictured something really stupid in my head.
Oh god.
Stock car racing. But you know how there's a car wreck in it? Have like Rodeo Clowns come out. Because it's usually when, like rodeo bull riding, when the bull throws the guy off,
Right.
they have the rodeo clowns come out to distract the bull so the guy can get away.
Right.
So I could just picture the same thing in my head in NASCAR during a crash.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
To distract the other drivers?
Yes. Yes.
And they're going over turn 3. It is a wreck. Doot, 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 doot.
Jesus, breathe.
I'm sorry. Because I'm picturing it.
That song is called Enter the Gladiators.
Yeah.
I can't. That's such a weird title for such a unique song.
Yeah.
I'm sure it sounded threatening and terrifying when it was first made.
Are you sure?
No. I am not sure whatsoever.
Or is that the real theme they used?
It was made in 1897 as a military march by the Czech composer, I'm going to mispronounce this, Julius Fuchik? I don't know how to pronounce his name.
His name makes the song make a lot of sense.
It's F-U...
Composer, fuck it.
It's
That's what it sounded
F-U-C
like
with some blobs above it, I with a blob above it, K.
A blob?
Fuck it.
Alright, so we're looking at this ink blot. So what does this look like?
Just a pile of nonsense.
History majors. Rejoice.
No. Nope.
Originally it was entitled The Grand March Chromatic because it reflected the use of chromatic scales. I don't know what that is. I don't know music.
Chromatic means time.
I'm about to punch the hell out of you.
That's chrono, not chroma.
Well, what's the difference?
I
Prefix-wise, like
that makes sense. That makes sense. I understand why they would have that, and it's a certain point of the song that happens.
You should just have this playing in the background.
We are not going to do that.
Why? It makes the discussion all the more funny.
Oh, it was also an Octopussy.
What?
The James Bond film?
I know, but when?
I don't know. But apparently it was.
Insert random circus scene or something? I don't know.
Was there a circus?
Yeah, contains the song during the scene set in Octopussy's Circus.
Okay, sure. It's been a long while since I've seen that film.
Bond, I have you now. You'll never escape. The chainsaw juggling clowns come at you very slowly.
No, Mr. Bond, I expect you to giggle. Uncontrollably until you piss your pants.
Nobody will ever take you seriously again.
Yeah. Because it's being recorded in front of a live studio audience.
God damn it.
The camera just zooms to the sign that says "on air" flashing.
Yeah, and then applause. You just hear clap, clap, clap by like 5 henchmen.
Okay, this is borderline Austin Powers shit now. Oh man.
Yeah.
You don't think they'll ever remake that or make another one?
Nah,
I don't know.
I doubt it. If they do, that may not be a good thing.
I think there's more movies now that they could probably parody off of, kind of, maybe.
There is a proposed 4th film.
Proposed? How proposed? Because that
It was proposed in 2005.
Wow,
Yeah, that's not
super
gonna
dead.
Yeah. So,
Was this before or after his career died?
but has yet to be produced as of 2017. Yeah, it died.
Yeah, I don't think any producer's crazy enough. Get the
the
spray
number of
bottle
things they're
water.
rebooting. It'll happen eventually.
You know that.
Okay, speaking of reboots.
Groot?
Yeah, Groot. What would you want to be rebooted?
Star Wars. No, seriously, they already did that.
Yeah.
Well, I can't think of nothing really. Why? I preferred like the original of everything. Maybe Jurassic Park.
They did that.
That was a sequel. That's a really shitty sequel.
Yeah,
I want
it was.
an actual remake, same story. Maybe more like the actual book too.
It's interesting to think that
Because
Hammond.
the movie didn't get any of the characters right.
I haven't seen Jurassic Park since I was a kid. Hammond, the scientist.
He wasn't a scientist. That was the money maker guy, the guy who owned everything.
The old guy with the beard.
Yeah, he was a scientist. He was the owner.
For some reason, I thought he was the scientist. As I said, I haven't seen this movie since I was a legit kid.
A legit kid.
Yeah, his
Pretty
brother is David Attenborough,
Oh.
the actor.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they're related, and when you look at them, it's like, yeah, that makes sense. They look very similar.
Bring up a picture. Yeah, but I think Jurassic Park could be okay. But not like Jurassic World. That just sucked.
Yeah, Richard Attenborough.
Yeah, I can see it.
I don't know. Even though I haven't seen it in a while, I'm still recovering from Dread.
Oh god, that movie was awesome. It was awesome. Yeah, with what's his name in it? I thought it was perfect.
I don't know.
What did you have a problem with?
I think it's more of me just stuck with nostalgia.
He had a
than
problem with
anything
Gavin
else.
Free.
Yeah. That part was kind of wonky, but but everything else, it felt great. Like I cannot think of a single issue with that film. Okay, name one then.
This is not on the name, but it's just just didn't feel right.
I didn't see it. I didn't see the.
You are dead to me.
I just never had.
Luckily,
had the
this is the right chat for it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay when you make a pun. Yeah, you should. Oh wait, you don't have Netflix anymore because.
No, I do not. I could get that when my Hulu account expires.
Yeah, I temporarily have Netflix at the moment.
Then you should just watch Dread again.
You know what? I'll make this statement. I'll watch Dread again, but I'm never watching Death Race 2050.
Never watched it.
It's just a shitty movie in general.
Alright, I'll take your word for it. That movie I've never seen. I don't really watch race movies anyway.
Ever seen Death Race 2000?
No.
Sylvester Stallone, David Carradine.
Nope.
Wow. And then again, it's a cult classic, so...
Yeah, that cult I am not a part of.
You know, alright.
What about...
Alright, here's one. that I might... that I might get 2 immediate no's from. But hear me out. Pulp Fiction.
Go fuck yourself.
Why?
More of an update than anything else.
What needs to be updated about it? It is perfect.
Yeah, I know it's perfect.
Then why?
It's a challenge. It is a director's challenge. Try to update that movie without fucking it up.
I am fairly certain that Tarantino would personally come butcher whoever tries to remake that.
Plot twist, what if he tried to revive it?
He's the only man I would trust to do that. And I know it would. You go in expecting it to be like a remake, and it'll be something completely different, and you know it will be.
That'd be a sequel.
Yeah. Where brains didn't get blown out in the back of the car.
Oh god, an alternate ending to the Bonnie situation.
Have it like the ending of the movie Clue. Where it's like, but wait, what if it was this?
Okay, how about...
Actually, that would be a good remake. Clue.
You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would watch that. Even though
The originals.
the movie Clue, I love that movie.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Okay, how about this?
Alright.
We know that Power Rangers is coming out.
Don't remind me.
Right. I'm going to remind you.
God damn it.
So, what TV show, cartoon, what have you, from your childhood would you want to see as a movie?
Even though they attempted it multiple times and failed, Initial D.
A cartoon... Well, they already made Batman movies, so...
Yeah.
The only cartoon that is vivid in my mind that I watched a lot, outside of Batman and Superman, would probably be Pinky and the Brain, of all things. How that would work as a movie, I'm not entirely sure, because they've done episodes where he actually succeeded in conquering the world. It's just it became unraveled afterward.
I don't know why, but I could just see Pinky and the Brain as the 2 main characters from Breaking Bad.
You know, whatever happened to Robot Jones ran for 2 seasons?
What the hell ever happened to Robot Jones?
Exactly. Pinky and the Brain, styled as Jay and Silent Bob.
I want that as a movie right now. That would be great. That would be beautiful.
Because I was thinking, like, what actors would possibly be and for some reason, that was the first thing that came to mind.
That'd be fantastic. Oh my god.
We have to drive up to North Jersey and drop this idea off.
Yeah. I'm literally on Wikipedia right now looking up a list of programs broadcast by Cartoon Network.
Let's see.
And I'm just trying to see which ones I remember watching.
Oh, that's done.
Maniacs.
Beetlejuice.
They made a
the animated series.
Huh?
Oh god, that cartoon was weird.
Yeah.
Not in a good way. I don't mean that as a compliment.
Let's see. Captain Caveman and the Teen Angels.
Never heard of it.
That was a great show.
I heard of Captain Caveman, but not the rest of it.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
You know what? The Jetsons. They've never made a live action.
It was
version of
originally
that.
from
That's
the 70s.
Probably because
That's probably why you don't remember it.
I mean, like the Flintstones is not that those movies are good either.
Captain Caveman.
But there's also what?
You know what? Speaking of 70s cartoons, at my fiance's house, my future father-in-law loves cartoons from the 70s and 80s, and he has this app that brings up a lot of TV shows from that. And we were watching this one cartoon, this one Batman. It was no, it wasn't Batman. It was Justice Friends or something like that, or
Justice League?
It wasn't Justice League, but it was
Solomon Grundy.
It had Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, and Aquaman, plus these two teenagers.
Oh, Marvin and Wendy, and
the Wonder Dog.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
We watched an episode of that, and holy God, that cartoon broke physics.
It was amazing. I remember watching that.
The plot was that there was this giant magnet. It was U-shaped. There was a giant U on the mountain. That was weird. Yeah. It's like, even after they realized, oh, it's a magnet, they referred to it as the giant U on the mountain.
Right.
The plot was the bad guys were using this magnet to attract meteorites made of pure gold. Yes, pure gold with magnets that come down, land on Earth so they can be rich. I don't exactly know why that made them villains, but apparently that made them bad guys.
Why not?
First of all, that's not how magnets work.
That's borderline Rocky and Bullwinkle
Second
logic
of all,
right there.
gold is not magnetic or ferrous. It like watching this cartoon, I was like, Jesus Christ, kids watched.
Technically, if you had a strong enough magnet, anything is magnetic, but to get it so strong, it would literally rip your body apart.
Also, I think how they made the magnet work,
Magic.
as in, like, because there were meteorites up there that were not made of pure gold. They had a mix of stuff in it. So the magnet was powerful enough to strip away all of that excess stuff, and so the only thing that lands is like a ball of pure gold.
Right.
Meanwhile, Batman and Robin in the Batcopter is flying around it, gets pulled toward it, and they're like...
Because that's obviously made of gold.
Yeah! Yeah, they even, I think later on, to clarify, they said it was a gold magnet. Which, like, okay, if it attracts only gold, why did the helicopter go toward it?
Batman, are you holding out on us?
Yeah.
It's in his 7th ab.
And, yeah. And oh my God, did Robin make so many freaking puns. All the puns. All of the days.
Hey, it's not as bad as Rocky and Bullwinkle. That show was literally...
Make that live action.
They already have.
They have.
And Christ, the puns.
It was terrible.
It was amazing. I love that movie.
Okay. I don't know who to trust on this.
It taught me my hatred of puns.
Oh.
Yeah.
And this was before I met John.
When did it come out?
Let me... films. Let's see. 2000.
Oh. Anything before 9/11 is a fog to me.
It had Robert De Niro in it.
Huh. That
He was the main villain, right?
I think
Sure.
so.
I'm trying to remember now.
You don't remember?
Yes, he was the fearless leader. They also had Jason Alexander as Boris Badenov.
We must catch moose and squirrel.
Bad enough. I forgot how shitty the names are.
We gotta go to Washington, D.C. to talk about repopulating the trees. Jesus Christ.
I would love to see them, like, remake or reboot Static Shock.
I didn't watch a lot of it.
Oh, it was really good.
But it seemed okay. I liked them better as a Spider-Man.
Although... this... Okay.
You bastard.
Okay.
Wait, wrong hero.
The only thing that will happen, that I know will probably happen, is the comic books they were based off of. Static, I forget his actual name, let me look.
You can just refer to him
Virgil.
as Static. Oh,
His first name was Virgil.
dear God.
His best friend was named Richie. And in the comics, you find out that Richie is gay.
Fascinating.
And I know that social justice warriors will yell about something if they make him not.
Yeah. Oh.
Because in the original series, they decided to make him not gay.
That's
But
probably
no one
because
really
it
cared.
was the 90s.
Well, it wasn't the 90s, it was the...
Early 2000s.
Yeah. 2000 to 2004.
And then some shit happened, and everyone is now extra sensitive.
I realized something about years.
What's that?
Well,
They're long.
that too. No. It has to do with like how we talk about numbers. Because in order to say like the number that's 1800, the proper way to say it is 1800. There's no and, no. But if it's a year, we call it the 1800s.
Mm-hmm.
Would that not technically be incorrect? We've actually all this time been saying it wrong. It should be, it's the 1800s.
I think of it like it's pressure luck. Stop at $1,800 or stop at $1,800, which is easier.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not talking about ease. I'm talking about being a pain in everyone's ass. I love...
Did you bullshit today?
Man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, just in casual talk to other people. Like, oh yeah, that happened back in the 1900s.
Yeah.
A random history major might just come out of nowhere and slap you. Like, what the fuck?
I'll be like, yeah, I was born in the year 1989.
Oh, God. Yeah, 1,990.
1,990 kids will remember this.
Say it in decades.
Decade. How would that?
I don't know.
Yeah, how would you even say that
Just
in decades?
figure it out. Figure it out. I want them to bring that back. They tried and then it failed.
Horrifically.
But I want it back.
What?
You know
It's a
what?
great show.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Fuck
We
yeah.
have smarter kids now.
We do.
There's still Phil putting the silver monkey together,
Oh,
though.
You know, you gotta be careful with that logic of kids are smarter now. Because that's why you're legally now going to be arrested as an adult while at the age of 9 in the Philippines.
Yeah, but it's the Philippines. They don't count.
Yeah. I'm serious. They're going to pass a law that makes kids age 9 and above acceptable to be tried as an adult. Put in an adult prison system. Because, quote the people who thought this up, kids are smarter now. Yeah. It's to combat drug use. And
Guts.
yeah. Guts.
Too many
Never heard
fat
of it.
kids.
Fuck it. They can get skinny.
Says the fat man.
They can get swole. That's a thing.
I have
You've never heard of Nickelodeon Guts?
I didn't really watch a lot of Nickelodeon.
How about Nick
So,
Arcade?
like, I didn't
That'll
watch-
be a fun
I
one.
didn't watch the live action stuff. I watched the cartoons.
Let's see.
Like, I didn't watch
Wild and Crazy Kids.
That's another good one.
I watched
Double Dare.
did I watch any live action?
But I have to be careful though, because there's actually an actual game show titled Double Dare, hosted by Alex Trebek. Different rules and stuff like that.
I actually went to Nick Studios as a kid.
Huh.
Yeah. Back in the day, my sister, she was into Taekwondo.
Yeah.
So we would go places for like the Junior Olympics.
Right.
So like California, Florida, and we usually would just vacation there as well.
Yeah.
So we went to Nick Studios once, and I could have been slimed.
Goddamn. You could have, but you didn't.
No, I don't want to be slimy.
But you're not afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah. All the references. What was that show where it was like a trivia show or something where the losers got slimed? Like if sometimes they had like a secret word, and if the player said that word,
That was figured out.
figure it out. I did watch some of that, and I remember that there was this one guy on there that he would get contestants, not the audience to tell him what the secret word was, just so he can say it.
That's probably Danny Tamborelli.
I don't remember.
I remember that guy's name because
But yeah,
for some reason.
I remember because one time the secret word was the word "it," and they had a question come up, and they were like, "Okay," and he clicked the buzzer to answer, and all he answered with was it.
Meanwhile, everyone else is like,
God damn it!
The Adventures of Pete and Pete.
Another film I never heard of.
It's not a film, but
The TV show.
it was.
It
was great.
A quiet childhood. That's why I read books mostly as a child.
Ren and Stimpy.
Oh, speaking of books,
That's why I never learned what a butt was for.
Jesus Christ.
I recently started the Dresden Files series. I started reading them on Sunday, and I'm on book 3.
Yay! Cool.
The first 2 books are very short. You could finish them in a night.
Huh. Alright.
Yeah. It's a great series. I would highly recommend it.
My brother has them, but I've never read them. He has like 3 of them, but I don't think he finished them.
He probably has the first couple books in the series. The book series gets really, really amazing during Deadbeat.
Okay.
Which might be the 5th book?
Who knows?
Let me look. No, it's the 7th book. 7th book. What was the 5th book? Death Nest. Nah. Deadbeat. That's when you hit Deadbeat. That's when it gets real good.
Rail good.
Real good.
That's what I thought you said.
Apparently, that book is 15 hours and 14 minutes long for audio.
Wow. That's a pretty long book.
The first book was 8 hours and 1 minute.
Yeah, imagine if you can rate books instead of number of pages, but like the time. That'd be useful. Like, this book is 15 minutes. Well, alright, I can read that right now. What? Am I crazy for thinking that?
No, it's just weird.
Well, I mean, audiobooks are a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, use that as a rate for explaining how long because I'm assuming that they're reading at a leisurely pace in audiobooks. So you could technically use that as a measurement of how long it will take you to finish a book.
Yeah, but everyone reads at a different speed.
Average.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a slow reader, so
Yeah.
it'll take me a bit.
I'm a fast reader.
Yeah, you read a book a day. And when I say a book, I mean like 3 encyclopedias.
I once read
An encyclopedia.
I read the entire Harry Potter series in about 2 days.
Jesus Christ, did you eat? Did you sleep?
What's sleep?
Apparently.
Sleep is for the muggles.
Like, when each book came out,
No, muggles.
I would be able to finish that book in like less than the day. Like, I would go with my mom to a store, pick up the book, then we would go get breakfast, and I would be reading it in the diner,
I think
and then I would finish it like around 5 o'clock when I got home.
the quickest I've ever finished a Harry Potter book was about 2 weeks.
The first
Yes,
book
I
I
have
can
read
read about.
the first 5 of them.
The first book I can get done in like 3 hours.
God.
Good lord.
I actually read the second book first. Because I got that for Christmas one year. Because grandparents thought, oh, kids like this story, I'll get them the book. And they didn't realize that there was a book 1 and a book 2.
Even though it says book 2.
They're old.
Yeah, that's true.
So-
Old people, they can't read.
So they got
my
me
glasses.
They got me book 2, and I read that with absolutely no context.
I kind of can't
So
make
later
fun
on, I
of,
read book 1.
I kind of can't make fun of the choir teacher anymore from our high school because I had multiple moments where that occurred. Because there's a running gag that she would usually lose her glasses, and they're like right there. Well, I had something similar like that, but it was my remote control or my Xbox One controller. Like I sit it down, use the computer for a brief moment, and I'm just flustered all over the place. Like, where the hell did I just put the controller?
Yeah.
I'm like, am I getting old? I'm only 26.
Aren't we all getting old?
Welcome to the Deadchat.
Not
where
me.
you-
I'm
Where
living
you begin,
forever.
where you begin to mention
Age.
Yeah.
the age.
Which was actually an interesting film theory that Matt Pat had about Logan, which I'll show you after the show. This is a show now. Our podcast is a show.
Cool. Who's our producer?
I don't know.
See, I would have said a joke, but only certain people who watch a certain radio show understand the joke.
Well, then say it.
I was gonna go, yes.
Everyone else can fuck off.
You're an ass.
So,
You know, on that quiet moment, we're going to do this. If you're listening to this on YouTube, there's going to be a bit of an ad break right about
Now.
this to joke.
Oh. Okay.
I'm very
It's
confused.
going to come back as with a now?
About here-ish.
Yeah, I don't know how you edit stuff, so.
But on
Fade in, fade
SoundCloud,
out.
you probably just hear the entire joke and I'm like, what the fuck? Also, if you also realize episode 0 has disappeared, it's because apparently there's a limit of time you can have between certain audio files that you upload on it.
Really?
So it's still there, but it's hidden, which
Can you
is
see
weird.
me now?
No.
Hence why we post it on both sides. More YouTube for
It's bipartisan.
yeah. Jesus Christ. We have it on YouTube as more as an archive, and we have on SoundCloud as boom. There it is. Deal with it. All right. Next topic.
I don't have a next time.
What is a food you would like to try?
There's a food I would like to try. Peanut butter. I haven't had that in months.
Food that I would like to try. I don't know. Probably something unusual. But
Horse.
Horse? Isn't it like, horse is like super,
Fucking, what Gus had.
Yeah, according to Gus, who had horse in Japan, it was the most tender piece of meat that he has
Really?
ever had.
I would expect it to, like, to not be tender.
Well, it's Japanese horses.
I didn't know they were different species.
Probably alligator or snake.
No, God, never. I would kill myself.
Really? Some snakes?
No, never snake.
See,
No.
my thought
No.
on food is with most
It's good for you.
with vegetation, that's the stuff that's usually poisonous. Meat usually isn't unless it's poorly prepared.
Alright.
So I'd be more okay eating meat than a...
And you're the only
Plant.
one here that
conundrum.
has actually suffered from food poisoning.
Yes.
A conundrum for you.
Salmonella, and then was out for 2 weeks.
Would you rather
Lost
have
12 pounds.
snake meat or skunk meat?
Skunk.
Damn, that was quick.
No, I'm gonna eat some sort of reptile. That would be awesome.
Why snake, though?
Why not? It's meaty.
Because it's no.
It's Slither.
God, I'm petrified of snakes.
My mom hates snakes.
Stealth
for good
pun for
reason.
stealth puns.
I totally missed what you said.
You'll hear it in playback.
I mean, I don't have a problem with most animals.
Except for spiders. Oh, fuck those things. Just fire. Endless fire.
But spiders being bros, man. Spiders being bros. Great subreddit. Either that or r/snakes.
Well,
No, snakes and hats. That's even better.
technically, spiders are arachnids, not animals, as we traditionally would call animal. I know it's biologically, scientifically speaking, it's an animal, but
That's like calling a tranny male.
you don't tell me what I identify. I identify as a plant.
Now as editor, I must question, should I leave that in there?
I sexually identify as a Jersey tomato.
What the fuck?
Snakes with hats. It's a great subreddit where people take pictures of their snakes wearing hats.
Why do people have pet snakes?
My sister has a pet snake.
The fuck is wrong with her? She has a child in the house.
Yeah, but it's not like the child is in the same place as the snake. The snake's out in the garage.
That's an odd placed. You're not making this any better.
This week on Top Gear, my pet snake fixes my transmission. Boy.
No, snakes are not good for you. Yeah, I know what I said.
All
Go
right.
ahead, make fun of me.
A new conundrum. Would you rather be in a room full of snakes or what?
Watch what? The Room? I would watch The Room.
Just want to go see where you're going with this.
One girl, two girls, one cup? Yeah, I would watch that instead of being in a room full of snakes. Vomit and all.
I was gonna say something else.
Worse than what I said?
Yeah. It's a certain comedy special.
I'd watch the comedy special. You got me.
Really?
What kind of snakes?
Does it matter?
Yeah, some snakes are adorable.
No. All snakes deserve death. That's why I'm gonna.
You're
move them.
snake racist, you know that?
You know what? I was born in the year of the
Snakesist?
Yes.
snake.
Or for
Snake
the
justice warrior.
This is why I'm gonna move to Ireland.
just
I
a
understand that reference.
It's funny. FYE had a. I walked in there a couple weeks ago to buy the movie Passengers, and right up front they had a St. Patrick's Day special sale, and they had a bunch of Irish movies, The Departed, Boondock Saints. I can't remember the other films they had, but it was all along that line. It was like Black Mass. Yeah, it's all like Irish mob movies.
Jesus Christ.
I just looked at that like, you know, to be fair, I actually have most of these.
That's amazing.
Yeah, they had like a green shelf and
So you would watch Ann Coulter's comedy special over being in a room full of snakes?
yep,
My God.
yeah. I don't like snakes. I cannot emphasize that enough. I really cannot. There are a few things in this world that you can get me to avoid, like, would rather pick the snake choice over. And I know you're going to try and think of one, but you're not going to find it. Steve might, because he's nefarious.
A challenge, huh?
Knowing what I know about you, I have things
I can't think
in my
of
brain hole.
I can't think of another phobia that holds me stronger than snakes.
I can think of other legless, armless beings that exist in the ground.
Those are just as bad. Those are on par. Like,
Exactly.
if you put me, like, in a room full of those versus a room full of snakes, I really cannot think of, like, I would not have...
Would
I
you
could not
choose
pick.
death over
Yeah, I
either?
would probably choose death.
Jesus Christ.
I have... We're talking about worms, by the way. I have a very odd, terrifying phobia of worms.
The biggest one was named Dave.
What?
Dave the earthworm was the biggest worm ever found in Britain.
Jesus Christ.
It was
That's a
40
caterpillar curse, you
centimeters
fucking
long
idiot.
and weighed 26 grams.
I don't know what that is in American standards.
Sorry, we
that's-
only
oh my
understand
God.
American
No,
measurements.
that's longer than that's like a foot and a half. Or oh my god.
Yeah. It's not the biggest worm in existence. That one's from Africa.
The only worm that I can stand are worms from Iraq.
No, Australia.
I don't know
And
if
it
anyone-
measures a meter.
Jesus Christ. Just one more reason to not go to Australia.
Like Carl Pilkington said it the best.
But yeah.
That's the only reason why aliens don't invade Australia.
But yeah, the only worms that I like are from Arrakis. If you can't get that reference, then you suck. Steve can't get the reference. I thought he liked sci-fi, but he doesn't.
There is a reference, but I'm trying to remember the reference.
So sad. You probably would like that film.
What?
We're gonna wait for him to. No, he's probably typing it to figure it out.
Okay, yeah. I
Dune.
understand now. Yeah. I was like, I'm thinking that's Dune.
The original 1984 version. Which is a movie they are remaking currently. It's in production, I believe. But yeah, the original 1984 film was the best. I've only read half the book, but my father has read every single book that has anything to do with Dune and its series. Every book, even the spin-offs that his son wrote. Yeah, everything. If it's Dune related, my dad knows about it.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Okay, well, other than those two, you got nothing on me.
I don't want to torture you.
Okay.
I don't want to torture.
I'm not sure what that means, but alright.
Out of 1 through 10, how bad would this be?
Well, we can always talk about balloons.
I would have to think.
Oh, you can go fuck right off. I turned that fear into a trigger of aggressiveness.
A trigger of aggressiveness.
Like, you want to have a balloon? I don't know. Fuck you up.
The fear isn't actually of balloons. It's
really...
the fear that they'll explode.
I truly fucking hate those things.
What's your phobia, Steve?
I don't know.
Bullshit. You just don't want us to have shit on you.
No. Like, when I was a kid, I was, like, afraid of bees and wasps. But I've gotten over that. So it's like, what else is there to be afraid of?
Brother is terrified of bees.
I hate bees.
No, my brother will, like, flee into a building if there's a bee outside. But he has a reason. He was stung. Like right in the upper eye area. And in the lip, like 2 weeks later. It was...
Ugh!
Yeah. It was not a good
Nature was...
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he has a legit reason. Unlike my phobias. Well, I mean, fear of snakes, there's a legit
Maybe you're
reason
just
for that.
afraid of dicks. Because snakes and worms, they're kind of floppy and dick-like.
Yep. It took us 59 minutes to reach that point.
We have reached the dick hour.
God.
What the hell?
You knew that we would get there eventually.
Yeah. All it took was snakes. God damn it. But technically, when you were mentioning the earthworm, it already occurred. You know, me being immature and shit. I laughed at it. Oh, another movie that I thought that could be remade.
What?
Terminator.
Oh my God, that has been done to death.
No. I'm talking about not like basically remaking it. No sequel. No shitty sequels. New actor. Original story. New actor. Arnold, you're retired.
Well, it really would. I mean, the original movie was a horror movie. Everything else after that was an action film. I don't think you can really make it a horror film again because you would like know the gist of it, so to speak.
Kind of.
Because like when you watch the original Terminator, if you go in blind, not knowing a damn thing about it, you know there's something off about him. But you don't realize, like, oh shit, he's actually a cyborg until like a third of the way into the film. And after that, you don't know what he's capable of. Until you find out it's basically nothing. Except being crushed. He's basically just a super strong human. If you think about it.
So basically, he was the original $1 million. What a rip-off. I really got nothing else.
Nope.
Well,
Where are you going?
I can't think of another. I'm trying to think of another film that would be okay remake. No, they already tried to make a remake of that. and
What's
it
that?
failed. I was gonna say The Day That Earth Stood Still. Oh my God, the remake was Keanu Reeves' worst film ever.
See, that's why you should remake The Matrix.
Keanu Reeves is not the issue.
He is the pinnacle of acting.
He never ages. Yeah. Like he was born in like what 1598 or something.
Yeah,
like
he's
that?
Dorian Gray.
Yeah.
He sold his soul to the devil
Bring up that painting when we're talking about it so they know what we're referencing.
Yeah.
That's real easy for the YouTubers, but the SoundCloud people.
Well, they can visualize it.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
God damn it.
Some of these pictures in there somewhere on Google.
Yeah. My cousin Vinny. I don't know who they would get to reenact that though. I can't think of any.
I wouldn't touch that.
It doesn't matter whether you would, because God knows other people would.
Good one.
I mean, look, they're making a Power Rangers reboot.
Look!
Honestly, how do we feel about that?
I'm skeptical about it. I've
Sad
seen reviews.
and constipated.
Constipated.
Yeah.
Oh man.
That's how I feel about that.
Teenagers with attitude really backs my shit up.
I grew up watching the original Power Rangers.
Yeah, so did I.
And I mean, if they were making it off of one of the dumb newer series, I wouldn't care. But this is the original Power Rangers. They are.
I want to believe. That's.
No.
I just want.
They look like aliens.
Yeah.
And Alpha 5
Is tiny. He's too tiny.
is tiny, and he looks like another alien.
Boy,
He's not a robot. He's an alien. He looks metallic.
I'm probably
This
gonna
reboot
see
syndrome.
it, but I'm gonna be
Oh, I'm definitely gonna
disappointed.
throw money at it. That's the part that really irks me is because I know I'm going to go see it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see it, and then I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah. There's just some films that, you know, they're going to be terrible, but because it's in a series that you watch,
Yeah.
it's like Thor movies.
Hey, but you didn't do that for the Ghostbuster movie.
That...
The reaction is
now you're
golden.
the trolling. Now you're the troll.
That was... I didn't see it, but it was feces incarnate.
Oh my god!
That's no, it's not. It's the truth.
It was like the remake of Ghostbusters was conjured up by a fecomancer.
God damn.
A demon made of shit. And now I'm reminded of Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Aw. Yeah. The
I know a
great
film,
logic.
For some reason, this film flopped. I don't know why. I thought it was pretty good for what it was. The Conan the Barbarian remake.
Didn't see that.
Didn't
either.
see it.
It was different, but it didn't. It wasn't. It was a reboot, but it wasn't the original story. It was completely a different story from any of the Schwarzenegger movies.
So basically, it's like Dread.
Sort of, yeah. But
God damn it.
but it felt.
You got me once. You're not getting me again, motherfucker.
Well, Conan the Barbarian is.
It's stupid.
To be fair, both Conan the Barbarian and Judge Dredd are comic book characters.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're. It's not like Terminator, where the original story is that film. For Conan the Barbarian and Dredd, there is a number of comics that can take different stories from.
Yep.
And I don't think they did that with the Conan the Barbarian movie, but it was pretty okay. I didn't really have a problem with it. I heard a ton of bad reviews and how it was a terrible remake and it flopped so hard. And it was on one day. I was like, fuck it, I'll watch it. And the only problem I think I had with it was that it was probably a little longer than it needed to be, but the action was great. It didn't have a whiny, like, damsel in distress, like the other Barbarian movies. It was pretty good.
I mean, the biggest problem with remakes and reboots is nostalgia.
Yeah, the nostalgia.
That is the biggest
That's
problem
why
with
Power
it.
Rangers will fail.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? They got more movies to come.
It was okay when they made Power Rangers movies with, like, the original cast. Remember that movie? That
Yeah.
movie was great.
There was actually like 2 movies.
Yeah.
There was one with a kid in it.
Turbo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, just don't judge me, alright? I just know these things, alright? I seen both of them in the movie theater.
I think I probably did too, actually.
I think I did.
I remember seeing both Trons in movie theater, too.
I only saw the second. What? You saw the first Tron in movies?
In
At the
Delaware.
theater?
Yeah. It was one of those rare moments where it was actually playing in theater.
Okay, I like. How old are you again? I got a little confused there. It's like, yeah, I thought.
In the movie theater
I
in
saw the
Delaware.
original Terminator when it came out.
Age! No!
Yeah, when I went to Universal Studios, again with Taekwondo, I saw the second Terminator movie there in 3D at the studio at Universal.
Oh,
Which scared the ever-loving crap out of me when I was a kid because of the 3D effects. It was like terrible.
I know a series that we can. Oh, only I can talk about because I know you both haven't seen it. But on the topic of terrible shows, the new Iron Fist that came out.
Oh, on Netflix?
I've been
Jesus
hearing
Christ.
so many things about this. I'm about to investigate myself.
I was skeptical. Oh, Jesus Christ! I can't talk today. Because a lot of Marvel stuff usually gets bad reviews, so like they're probably wrong. I mean, Daredevil was incredible. Daredevil 2, almost incredible. Jessica Jones. Well, it had the Purple Man in it. Luke Cage. The plot was horrendous and made no sense, but the characters were amazing. Iron Fist had no fucking clue what it was doing, plot-wise. The characters are dumb. Like, they make dumb decisions that are just, like, blatantly dumb. And then, the acting. Holy God. They need to fire some of that cast.
Good lord.
And a lot of people... You know, it's funny because a lot of people were complaining about the Iron Fist should have been Asian, an Asian actor. And that was the majority of the complaints I heard about the show. Which didn't bother me because, like, Iron Fist is white. Okay, I don't care. So he's white in the show. That makes sense to me. But whatever. So
yeah, but Hermione's black in the British play in Europe.
But I watched it, and I like, okay, first couple episodes...
Iron Fist in the comics is a white guy.
Yeah, I know. No, I know. Yeah. That's the... It's because there's a Asian actor, I think his name was Louis Tan, who is in Iron Fist for like one episode. He auditioned to be Iron Fist, and when he was turned down, he went on a rage to reporters saying, oh, they wanted a white guy to play an Asian role.
Because SJWs.
Yeah, so... so that became a thing.
God damn it. Sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but Jesus Christ, do you guys care about me giving plot spoilers?
For Iron Fist, I'm never going to watch it.
Okay. You know the Hand, right?
Yes.
They are the main antagonists in the in Daredevil season 2 and in
Okay, I didn't watch
Iron
Daredevil season 2. I only watched most of season 1.
Okay. In season 2 is great. The first half is great because season 2 should have been split into 2 seasons.
Okay.
Because the problem with Daredevil season 2 is the first half focuses on the Punisher, and then it swings hard to the Hand and Elektra, and they're both just not that interesting. It's not that it was bad, it's just that compared to what they were doing with the Punisher, it was very subpar.
Okay.
But anyway, the Iron Fist, it comes in as the Hand is the main antagonist. Like, he walks in and says, hey, I'm the Iron Fist, and he gives his title off as the Iron Fist, Defender of Kunlun, Destroyer of the Hand. Like, the Hand is the main bad guy. They don't explain why Kunlun has a beef with the Hand whatsoever. That is not discussed at all. And he finds, he gets a girlfriend named Colleen Way, or something like that. She's like daughter of the dragon or whatever. In the show, that's just a nickname she gave herself when she needed an alias. But anyway, first 9 episodes, they know each other, they fall in love even, and they fight the Hand together. And then they get their ass kicked. She gets poisoned. And she's like, call my sensei, he'll know what to do. And her sensei comes and basically collects Iron Fist, who's pretty beaten up too, and they wake up in like this ninja compound. And he's like investigating, like, this seems like a weird place, or whatnot. Turns out that Colleen is a part of the Hand. But the good part, it's like the people we were fighting, they give the Hand a bad name. Like, he's been talking about destroying the Hand for the first 9 freaking episodes. You neglected to say that at one point whatsoever.
So wait a second. There's a good hand and a bad hand?
No, it's the same one. It's just that she didn't realize it was bad.
Ah.
What?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
People are dumb.
It gets worse. They flee, and he runs away from the compound when he gets basically finds out that, oh shit, these people are evil. Which she denies for like the next 2 episodes. It takes them trying to kill her to make her realize, these guys aren't so good after all. What they did was, Iron Fist ran off. She went to go find him.
Mm-hmm.
Her sensei, who is leader of the Hand now, told her to report back immediately if you find him. She did it. And when they found out that she knew where he was without telling the Hand, they turned on her. And she had she runs a dojo to train martial arts, and people who are good enough get a scholarship to go to the Hand Academy. Yeah. Yeah.
That sounds so familiar, but I just can't remember where.
But what gets bad is, they have her old students apprehend her, and she's like, why are you doing this? And they're all like, oh, you swore absolute obedience to the Hand. And I'm like, why are you the only one apparently not brainwashed? The story was so fucking bad. It's so painful. I mean, people talk about having to push through Jessica Jones, but Jessica Jones is okay. It's just not a traditional... The problem with Jessica Jones is it came out after Daredevil.
Okay, yeah.
There's... because it was the first thing it was compared to. The problem was that Daredevil is a hardcore superhero TV show. It is a superhero beating the shit out of villains.
Yeah.
Jessica Jones is not that. Jessica Jones is part mystery, part psychological. It's more psychological because it has to deal with the Purple Man, who I don't know much about him in the comics, but in the TV show, he has this ability to tell you to do something, you immediately do it. Without thought, without question. If he says, go get me a glass of water, spontaneously you'll get up and pour a glass of water for him.
Pheromones, if I remember correctly.
Something like that. The topics of the show was a lot about rape. Because Jessica Jones used to be his girlfriend. Not willingly. And Jessica Jones has superpowers, which she uses in one episode for 30 seconds. Yeah, she's a private eye, so a lot of it has to deal with that too. But it's just not. It's not a go beat up the bad guy villain. I mean, the Purple Man, he doesn't have henchmen like Fisk did in Daredevil. So that's what the main problem with that is. I mean, it's kind of a long, tough watch if that's not your type of film, but I watched them all simply because they all tie in together. They're all Marvel, and they reference the movies, although now it's kind of getting annoying. No, it's how they reference the movies. They don't directly reference the movies in any of the TV shows. In Daredevil, which takes place right after Avengers 1, it's understandable because the Avengers just became well known, and they refer to the Hulk as the big green guy. Captain America is the flag waver, quote unquote. Which is okay, that's understandable. The Avengers, they're brand new. Maybe a lot of people just heard about them, but now it's Iron Fist. This takes place current today. Avengers came out in 2012?
Something like that.
So it's been roughly 5 years. Everyone, plus there's Sokovia, everyone knows who the fuck the Avengers are. And in Iron Fist, they're still referring to that big green guy. What's his name? I forget. Fucking really?
Yeah.
Anyway, I've talked enough.
I've done my job. Check.
My rant is done. I feel better. Plus, my throat kind of hurts.
Oh, hell.
No,
Why?
just reading a dumb joke on the internet.
Well, tell it.
The bodyguards of the President of the United States used to shout, "Get down, Mr. President," during assassination attempts. Now they just say Donald Duck.
Christ.
Don't know why that made me laugh. It's not that funny.
I know, and I'm only laughing because you're laughing.
I don't know, there's just some things that I spontaneously laugh at. Like abortion.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck?
I was just trying to get a reaction out of you. I've been building a wall in Minecraft this entire time. I'm actually surprised that I've kept focused long enough to build this correctly.
Is that maybe why you were flubbing all over the place?
Yeah. That probably is why. Do it anyway.
No. I'll let you read it silently,
Alright.
and you'll see if it's too bad for this.
Steal her material? Who the fuck is gonna steal your material?
What?
Read it.
Okay.
This, I'm triggered.
Amy Schumer gets mad when people describe her as fat, slutty, and disgusting because she doesn't like it when people steal her material.
Goddamn.
Literally.
Yeah.
There is a YouTube channel that's also a podcast group called Louder with Crowder. Anyway.
I'll butcher it anyway.
Can't remember the exact name. I'll post it on the bottom of the topics. They watched it.
Triggers me more than people who say, "Oh, I left a link at the bottom," and you scroll down like there's nothing there. Mumbo Jumbo does that a lot. It's really annoying. It's like, "Oh yeah, I left a download of this map in the comments below." I'm like, "No, you didn't." Anyway.
They went through her entire special, but what they did was they timed it. They would stop the timer every time she would do a vulgar or quote-unquote disgusting joke about herself. They stopped the timer so many times that at one point they said, "Alright, we're going to fast forward and see if it's still the same thing or not." They fast forward and it's still the same fucking get up. I was like, holy shit.
You know that she's no longer doing the Barbie movie?
Oh, thank God.
Yeah. Because of scheduling conflicts, not because she's a bad actress or anything.
Thank God
that she's
scheduling.
a terrible choice. I mean, that was beside the fact.
Oh, was she supposed to be what, the main?
Yeah, she was going to be Barbie. Yeah, figure that one out.
So, who wants to hear an adult vomit for hours?
I mean, personally, I thought Legally Blonde was a Barbie movie. Not that I've seen that movie.
God. Hey, I could top you for worse. I've seen the musical. Ugh.
Musical?
Yeah, there was a musical of Legally Blonde.
Even Steve looks perplexed. You got me there.
Not proud of that moment. But, alright, so in high school, during if I remember correctly, my senior year of high school, when they were doing Anything Goes, me and John were playing in the pit. Well, while we were waiting, because this was like intermission for the second act, we were just sitting there just waiting for it to begin. We ended up singing one of the songs to Legally Blonde called Gay or European. The first trumpet, who was a female, looked at us like, "What the fuck is wrong with you two?" It would have been right in the row, but too bad she sucked and this most of her cues. This is coming from a salty trumpet player, by the way. No, not the person who supports Trump.
I was
I beat you to it! There was like a little timer in the top right corner. It was
like he saw my eyes light up. Like, here's my chance. This is my moment.
I was like, no, I gotta stop him immediately before it gets out of hand. That has to be like the most annoying thing for a trumpet player.
What about trumpet players that do support them?
Convenience? What do you play? The trumpet? What? Yeah, play the trumpet. Little hands. How do you play this?
That just means you're untrustworthy.
God, what the You just want to build a wall, make the trombones pay for it.
Steve, you're quiet.
I am quiet.
Because you're thinking of something to say?
No, I'm just
Okay.
reading on Reddit.
I think he went.
Nonsense.
I think he went full Jeremy mode for a moment there.
I may have. I may have not been listening.
I get yelled at a lot for that. For not listening. Like, even when, like... For example, I was at my fiance's house. I went into the living room where a majority of her family was. Because that's where my laptop was, and I went to check on something. And they're talking about stuff, and they were talking quietly, so I assumed, okay, probably not something I need to listen to. So I purposely focused on my computer. I did not listen. Vanessa comes in and, like, talks to me about stuff, and then she flips out at me for not listening to her family talk. Because, like, they weren't talking to me. Why should I pay attention to the subject? Like, I don't like the eavesdrop like that.
See, my problem is I half pay attention, and that usually screws me up. For example, last night...
Your dog fucked what?
Last night, my mother and I, we went shopping because we needed food. Yeah, literally food. And we came home, and last week had been like hell week for my mother because of the church's soup sale and whatever. So she's been busy all week. So she didn't have time to do the laundry.
Right.
So she wanted me to bring it down earlier, and I did. But part of it, she had like an empty, nearly empty clothes basket,
right,
with like just a bunch of random socks in there, and the other clothes basket was upstairs in her room that was like completely full of my mom's and dad's clothes. And she said, "Take this basket up, get the clothes, and bring all of them down."
Right.
I thought the socks were clean.
Oh God.
So she handed it to me, and I thought, "Oh, you want me to take this upstairs because you're handing it to me?"
Right.
I know these socks look dirty; they're not folded, but I'm not going to complain. I'll just take it upstairs. So I took that upstairs, brought down the huge piling basket, which what she wanted me to do was split it up so it's easier to carry.
Yeah.
And I just didn't.
You done fucked up.
So my problem is, when I looked at the nearly empty basket, I would have just left that downstairs.
Right.
I could have carried the whole basket piling.
That's what kids are for, manual labor.
Yeah. But because I didn't really pay attention to what she was saying, I was like, she just wants me to do something weird. I'm just gonna do what I think is what she wants. Wasn't. Yeah. So that's how I screw up. I half listen.
I'm just the worst. I hear them sometimes like, "Can you do this and can you do that?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." Meanwhile, in translation, my "yeah, sure" is if I feel like it.
I work better with written instructions. Like, when I get up in the morning, my mother, if she's not home, she'll leave a note right by the coffee because she knows that's the first place I go when I get up in the morning. And if she leaves a note, I will do what she asked. But if I come down and she's home, she'll say, "Hey, can you do this for me?" And I'm like making my coffee, and I'm like, "Okay, sure." An hour later, "Did you do this thing?" "Do what?" "When did you tell me to do that?" I don't remember you telling me to do this. I deny you telling me to do this.
See, I have the same exact thing, except that I'm usually half sleep or actually sleep. They open my door. Sometimes I might react to it from time to time, but I'm usually like, blah.
Yeah.
And they say, well, you do this and that. Next thing you know, they get home, I get yelled at. I'm like, I thought I told you to do this. I'm like, you never told me to do that. I told you this morning. I'm like...
The one time I did catch my mother in that, because she likes to pull that, I told you to do this 2 days ago thing. She said that, and I knew for a fact that was incorrect because I had not seen her for 2 days straight. Like, I was not at home. I was over at my fiance's house the entire weekend. And I came back Monday. It's like, I told you to do this 2 days ago. I'm like, I haven't seen you since, like, Thursday, so figure that one out.
See, with me, if my mother or father, they want me to know anything, they leave a note directly on the kitchen table. Because as soon as I go down the stairs, that's what I would walk into.
Coffee. Maybe not for you, but
no.
For me, I need
going directly down the stairs, I can see the kitchen table from the top of the steps. So any bright yellow notepad I see on there, I'm like, I gotta read that.
At least it's not as bad as like Ed and Eddie or Double D's.
Sticky notes. You know, I still have a sticky note on my wall that literally says sticky note in all caps on my wall, and I placed it there 10th grade.
Goddamn.
And it's still sticking.
I have something similar, but a bit more grotesque.
Jesus Christ.
There's something on my wall. There's a giant-ass spider that was in my room. Like, Jesus Christ, that is like the godmother of all spiders. And I smashed it with a book, and it just splattered all over my wall. And I was like, you know what? That's a trophy. And it's not there anymore, but it's not from me cleaning it. That's just from the age. There's a smudge of brown where it used to be.
Jesus
so I know,
Christ.
yeah, there was a spider right there.
What book did you use to smash it?
I don't even recall. I don't even know how long ago. It was a hardback book because I would not have used a softback, a paperback. It might have been a D&D book.
Alright.
Anytime I have killed a bug with I actually have a similar stain in my Bronco. That was an epic story. I was driving down 55, which is the interstate. I was going about 70, 65 in my Bronco, and I was driving to work up Deptford from school, from Rowan, and going down like this straight bend, I look down and see a spider crawl across my steering wheel. First thing I do is almost wreck it because it was like right by my hand. This spider was like that big. It was like the size of a quarter. It was a very...
I've had that happen before.
Yeah. Like, Jesus Christ, there's a fucking spider right by my hand, and I'm driving like 70 miles an hour. Thank God I didn't swerve and hit anybody. Which I later learned a couple years later, that is one of the leading causes of car accidents. Is a bug in the vehicle.
See those fucking spiders. It goes back to those fucking spiders,
but
man.
What had happened was, first thing I did was put my window down, and I thought maybe I fucking fling it. So it crawls into the center where my horn is. I'm like, okay, now's my chance. I grabbed with my left hand the bottom of the wheel so I could keep driving at 70 miles an hour, and I take my finger and flick it, and I'm pretty sure it went out the window. I'm like, safe. I don't know how the fuck he did it. Next thing I see, he's hanging off a web off the top of my window, flying into my Bronco in front of my face, then going back out into high-speed winds, then flying back in, swinging. Holy shit, that was like, God has truly condemned me today. Now, I'm not an arachnophobe. I'm not terrified of spiders, but when a spider's that big, that close, going at that high speed, it freaks you out. Finally, luckily, I was pretty close to where I had to park, so I got to the parking lot for my job. I got out, I opened up the door gently. It's still hanging there, and it notices, the vehicle stopped. There's no more wind. He starts to string down to the bottom of the window. I took my 2-inch thick history book and crushed it. There is a white stain on the fabric of the door where it was killed.
God damn.
That was not left as a trophy. That is a stain that I cannot remove. Yeah.
Battle with arachnids. Fucking spiders in general.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. It was a pain.
Alright. Visual gags, so you guys won't, so the people who's listening and probably watching on YouTube won't get to see this, but I gotta show Richard this.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your reactions to some pictures are amazing.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It's just you're very nonchalant about a lot of pictures that Chris and I just burst out laughing at, like that. You're like, that's a thing.
I've seen you react to it, so why do I have to react?
It's what?
It makes sense in my context.
Oh, God.
God damn it.
Alright, so what have we covered?
Nothing.
So we
Dumb.
covered a lot
Covered
of
a lot of shit.
Oh yeah.
What's our time at?
36 minutes.
Total?
Hour. No, hour 36.
Okay, like, my God, time has really flown by. Not at all.
Yeah, that's how it's gonna feel like by like episode 9.
Yeah.
You're like, man, we talked a lot. How long was it? It was only 13 minutes. Jesus Christ. Well, I guess we could spend the.
You know, I am horrified by the hips of the Gerudo in Breath of the Wild. Have you seen their hips?
No.
It's horrifying.
Okay.
Do they not lie? They're non-existent.
They're in some of the images, they're literally sharpened plates.
God.
Like
I blame feminists.
obtuse angles that
They're
could
pear-shaped.
cut diamond.
Yeah, that or just taken from Ocarina of Time.
I think, yeah, basically.
Maybe a reference to older games.
Eh,
Don't agree with that. Don't give them excuses.
they're known for doing that a lot, a whole lot, too much.
It's horrible.
You know what's funny though? Because technically, Wind Waker was supposed to be in the style of Breath of the Wild.
Really?
Yeah. It was weird, but the thing was, they didn't have enough "quote unquote" power or enough people to actually work
Yeah.
on it.
That's a better picture.
Goddamn.
Blocky.
Yeah. How do your hips even work? How do you have stomach?
Yeah.
How does one's stomach?
Well, they're aliens, right?
Sure.
Well, I mean, as in not humans. Not from someone from Mexico. Is that out of left field for you? It was a strike, wasn't it?
You think? I hope I hope.
So when are you gonna get a Switch?
When I can find one to buy.
I was going to make the old black person joke. I said, just go outside and take one off the tree.
Yeah.
See, black parents should rejoice right now. 'Cause they're like, their kids are like, I want a Switch, we'll go get one. So, with it.
I'm gonna teach my kids, like every time they ask me for something, I'm gonna be like, okay, well, what are you gonna do for me? Teach them how the real world works. They want that diaper changed, you gotta do something for me.
Oh, God. That's kind of one-sided. That's ultra one-sided. I don't know if that actually will work.
It's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's a thing
It's a thing.
to do.
God. Are you just going to assault me now?
Salt of the earth.
What am I looking at?
Oh my god, my throat. Yeah, I'm starting to get a little thirsty. Oh wait, I do have some left.
Aha! You have discovered liquid.
It's gone.
Now you can be moist.
My lips are quite moist. And they're purple too, because I just had some great drink.
It's pronounced drank.
Drank. What?
Purple drank.
Okay. Like, I know my grammar.
Jesus Christ.
Don't you correct me.
It even has a Wikipedia page.
Holy shit.
Purple drank.
It's a real thing.
Yeah, it's slang for a prescription strength cough syrup used as a recreational drug. It's also called sizzurp.
Oh my god, that's disgusting.
Welcome to our culture.
My god, that, ugh.
It's usually
Jeez.
mixed with Sprite or Mountain Dew.
What the fuck? How does that even give you a high?
You know?
Dumb people.
Dumb people. It's like smoking banana skins.
Is that a thing?
Apparently it was, but really not.
Smoking coffee.
Oh, that's understandable.
What was that stuff where you, like, huff your own urine?
What the
Cheesing?
fuck?
No, it's something else.
What? What?
There is a thing, and I
we
can't...
here at Project DETA.
Jankum.
How did we get onto this topic?
We here.
It's an inhalant created from fermented human waste.
We here at Project DETA do not condone.
It's popular in Zambia.
Oddly enough, I could probably get you some.
What the
That's true.
My
But
dad
I
works
don't
at a
want-
sewage plant.
God?
Didn't think that through, did you?
God damn it!
That's horrible.
Shit.
We don't condone the use of drugs on this podcast.
Unless they're okay drugs.
What do you mean by okay drugs?
Like Tylenol. Obviously.
I thought he was talking about the purest.
We only take the blue stuff here.
Smurfs? It's a metaphor. Which, Smurf is actually a drug term.
Really?
Yep. For people who go to get Sudafed to make meth.
Huh.
Yep.
So technically,
I learned that from Breaking Bad. They mentioned it in like the first couple of episodes.
But is that a real thing, though?
Yes.
so basically he was being Papa Smurf.
Yes. Walter White is Papa Smurf.
Why did he not go with that in the
La
alias?
la 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 la.
It seems so common sense.
La la la. Doesn't sound as manly when you think about it.
God damn it. That's a hiccup.
Why?
The only thing that I can think of is that Hank would be Gargamel.
That would make sense.
I'm telling you, Pinky and the Brain starring Jay and Silent Bob is gonna be a thing.
I want to see that.
I usually have to think of a line by now, but I still couldn't think of one.
It's too pure.
Yeah, I know.
Someone write a script so we can make this happen.
That'd be fantastic. Again, it'd be too good. Unreal, one would say.
I think we should not make it because it'll crash cinema as we know it. Nothing will ever be as good as that for the future.
No, what about Butts, the movie?
What?
Think about it.
Emoji
You know,
movie?
he has
What?
the nose for it.
God damn it.
What?
The guy who played Hank, he has the nose of Gargamel.
I thought you were talking about Jay and Silent Bob. Like, like which one? Pick your brain.
Sorry, I'm literally looking at pictures of Gargamel on Google. And for some reason, there's a picture of Gohan here.
Google
Because
searches.
that makes sense.
100%
You
random.
know, I learned a couple days ago that nothing is safe on Safe Search. Is off.
You are correct.
I accidentally hit the letter J because I meant to type in something, and I accidentally hit enter before I finished typing everything. All I had was the one letter J. Stuff came up that,
I had that problem. I was building a grain silo in Minecraft, and I put in Minecraft grain silo, and horrifying images came up that I would not want to see again.
The font?
That was most of it, but there. Don't believe me. There's gems in there.
Scrolling.
Yeah, Don't Google search Minecraft grain silo. Which I don't know if the picture still exists, but it was like on the very first page, and it was horrifying.
I am still in scroll. What the fuck?
What?
That caught me off guard. Scrolling.
Minecraft
Scroll
grain
down. Huh.
It may have been removed.
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, you type in Safe Search off. Ew.
Scrolling.
Some interesting builds here too, by the way.
Scrolling.
Might, I like this first image. Oh, I see.
I'm disappointed. I found nothing. Now, are you sure it was the word J or the letter J?
It was the letter J. I had typed in literally one letter. If there's nothing there, they might have fixed it, or you have Safe Search on by accident.
Not on my phone.
What do you do with your phone? No, I don't. Like I said, I looked up grain silo, Minecraft grain silo, and nothing came up, so it could have been fixed.
Yeah.
This was a short time ago, but it wasn't like yesterday.
Yep. It's gone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Internet.
Thank you, Internet.
So was it a penis, or
The
you're not sure? That's terrifying.
the grain silo was being used as a penis for a giant anthropomorphic fox. Yeah.
That context makes perfect sense.
Yeah, terrible things on the interwebs.
Very, very, very. Wait, what the hell?
We've
Very.
gained Chris's interest.
Very. What the? So far, nothing.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know what to say.
Yep.
You know what'd be funny?
What?
What if like everyone's been like having shit about Trump's wall? What if somebody actually tried to build Trump's wall on Minecraft and then send them a video of it? Be like, see, it's very effective. Even creepers can't get through it.
Make it happen, Chris. We know by when you say somebody should, you mean I'm gonna.
What are you talking about? Hi, I'm Agentwright.
Just
Welcome
like,
to episode 1 of Build That Wall.
Just get like a little like a 7-year-old to narrate. See how effective the wall is at keeping out creepers.
You know what the sad part is? I bet you that already exists pre-Donald Trump.
You know what I bet?
What's that?
Trump administration will take it and run with it. Not that they're gonna get the healthcare plan through.
No, they gave it
Now
to
we're stuck with Obamacare.
Oh no. What are we gonna do now?
Which Trump has nullified majority of anyway by writing and using executive directions to not push it if it's needed. I know, okay. Sure.
At this point, I'm just doing things, looking for it.
Yeah. It feels like that.
You guys elected me in. I have to at least do 50% of the things I said. Now, who's going to build my wall?
Honestly, it feels like that. Like, look, I tried. See, I'm doing something.
What do you think Hillary would have done? Could erase more emails.
Not take Putin's money. No.
Bullshit.
Fun fact, Russia has been not like blatantly caught, but suspected of supplying Taliban fighters with weapons. In the biggest twist in American history. Yeah. Huh. The 80s all over again.
Delicious.
Well, you could say Russia learned from the best.
God damn it.
Uh-oh. Steve has a look.
For a second there, I thought he was going to get an interesting fact.
No,
And
just
close it
About,
from
like,
there.
Russian penises or something. What's on your mind, Steve?
specifically
There, shit, like the hammer and sickle.
Boris, the Soviet love hammer.
That's going to be my next Town of Salem name.
Oh, God.
That won't fit.
Don't have to include Boris.
The love hammer.
Yeah.
Gonna... Evil beware, I'm going to nail you tonight.
We haven't played that in a while. We should.
Yeah, we haven't.
Speaking of things you haven't played in a while, when are we going to get back to playing,
7 Days to Die?
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't know if we were up for more recording or...
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Alright.
There's still much we need to still do.
Yeah.
Besides surviving day 7.
It's just frustrating with that damn inventory bug.
Yeah.
It's difficult to play. Difficult to, want to play as well.
Apparently, the U.S. government gave Indiana University $1 million to study memes.
Could have given me that money to do that. I would have done it a lot cheaper.
Oh, man. I technically do it for free.
Yeah.
Go to Twitter. There. Done.
Apparently, castration prevents male pattern baldness.
I'd rather be bald. I would say, stops the pattern. Does that mean it prevents your kids too? But, oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So, is that like when the news brings on a social media expert?
Yeah.
I'm assuming.
What the fuck is that?
Social media expert What?
Someone who tweets a lot.
Yeah. I think that actually was what one of them said when on NPR they were talking about, like, he hangs out on Twitter a lot. It's like, yeah, it's called checking your phone a little too often. That's literally all it is.
It's not a problem, I swear to God.
Yeah.
It is not a problem.
If I can get pulled onto the news for just checking my phone every once in a while, pay me for that.
Apparently there's an anti-nausea drug called Zofran that has, as a possible side effect, nausea. I mean, maybe.
Well, it's better than side effect death.
It's probably one of the side effects too.
Yeah.
You could possibly die from this.
But you might not, so...
Yeah.
But, I mean, if you do, you're not nauseated.
Yeah. I mean,
Unless you throw up the same way you release your bowels after you die.
oh, God.
Yeah, what do you think morticians are for? Not for prepping your body, it's for cleaning your ass when you can't.
Jesus Christ, what did he eat before he died?
Must be great for those on death row. They get to pick what they...
I wonder if they actually, like, prevent you from eating foods that you're allergic to.
I think so.
Damn.
But it's like, hey, mortician standing over there, get ready for those beans. They're coming.
I'm going to play one final tune from the grave.
If I get executed, I'm asking for like a pound of ice cream. Followed by a pound of cheese.
God.
Or any other dairy products.
Technically, your body would fart after death.
If I had that, it definitely would.
Well, mainly because the gut bacteria would be producing gas, and it will escape eventually.
No, that's the soul escaping. They did an experiment.
Ah, yes. The soul escapes through your butthole.
Freedom!
Thank God.
You know, I'm guessing that the death farts would be higher pitched because your muscles would be relaxed. So your anus would be closed, so it would be more of a whistle.
And when Steve brings up the topic, he brings up the topic.
And he delivers.
Oh, yeah.
These are the things I think about.
Steve's now our producer and editor.
He's the editor.
Not a film editor.
Oh, God.
I mean, like a newspaper editor. Decide what goes in and goes out that way.
Farts.
Breaking news. No. No.
No.
No.
No.
What are we doing?
You know, that's a great question.
That's the topic of this episode, death farts. And their escape.
I mean, it would probably be a whistling noise. That's the only thing I can assume. It's either that or they would be very airy and...
You're like a blow dryer.
Well, it's either your butthole would be relaxed, so it's gonna like close easily, or it's gonna relax and open super wide. So it's either squeaky or like it just drifts
Difference
out.
between a trumpet and a trombone. There was a picture I saw a few hours ago. It said, "Why vacuums are loud." It said, "Sound cannot survive in a vacuum." So it had a picture of like a vacuum, and then the little icon, like the little sound icon, and they showed like a bunch of them like trying to escape. So lots of little noises escape the lots of loudness escapes the vacuum to survive. They go then and live in your ear. And that's why vacuums are loud.
Right.
It was in a shitpost server on Discord that I looked. They deliver. The pictures they got. Yeah.
Christ.
It's
definitely a thing. And speaking of things, we're near the 2-hour mark, so I say it's time to close for today's episode of the DeadChat. Of course, we'll be back again if you're hearing this on SoundCloud next Friday. Next Sunday for YouTubers.
Yay.
sometime in the future.
Eventually.
Yeah.
Anyway, I am, of course, Agentwright.
I'm the Abbott 555.
And I introduced myself at the beginning of this. Emperor Scorpius. Just pointing that out.
Stop fucking with the system.
God damn. Fucking anarchist. I'm putting a picture there.
Yeah.
That might be the episode picture for SoundCloud.
That honestly should have been the name of the podcast. It probably would be too offensive.
Yeah.
We'll get community strikes for that, but it'll be so fucking worth it.